Today is the 18th of August 2024. This is Chief Abundance. You are welcome to a journey that we embrace 2019, the inception, a journey that gave birth in 2021, June 1st, when we went on our first exchange, a journey to transform lives. You are welcome to the greatest period of wealth transformation. This is Chief Abundance. You will be joined by my special guests, of which I will introduce shortly. This is TACC. We continue to go uphill, and we came together to be a catalyst for change. We came together because we saw what was happening, what is happening, and also what will happen in the future. This is indeed an awesome time for us as a people that has been given nothing more than the glass always half full. A people that has given that there's not enough to go around. A people that has been given 1% of the world's wealth to part among themselves. A people that has labeled under the coat of poverty. We have come to address all that under the umbrella of the Abundance Community Coin. It is your humble servant, Chief Abundance. It's my pleasure to walk us through as we discuss this evening from leaders across the globe, how they came in contact with this mission. What is it that they saw? Where are we today? How are we positioned? How has it impacted you on this journey? And what's the outlook, knowing that we are in the 5th industrial revolution, where artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain technology, automation, cryptocurrency will be the dominant forces moving forward when it comes to wealth creation. We are actually in front of the 8 ball. And so we are here to transform lives. We are here to give hope for the hopeless. I am thrilled. I am excited. I am privileged to be leading this global community with superior, intelligent leaders and followers. And so we are here. This is the Abundance Community Coin. You are welcome.
But now it's a revolution, oh yeah. I can feel the vibe and the energy, it's so strong. Passions, are you ready? So when you dream, you can be happy. While in that, you overcome the poverty in the past. While in that, you overcome. Just dream and become. About to go down in time. There'll be a shift in influence and power and wealth breaks the bridge dividing the class created. No dream you can become. While in time you overcome the poverty in the past. While in time you overcome. Just dream and become.
That's right. Dream and become. That's one of our theme that we had. I think it was after our theme, Think Big. That is it. Think Big, Youth. This is our first theme.
Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you. I say one child, one you, Think big,
big youth. Think big, youth.
Together we can do this.
This in our continent, you. Think big, youth. Abundance, abundance, abundance.
Where God don't bring,
abundance, abundance,
abundance. Where God don't bring,
And so that was our theme from year one, Think Big. Then Dream and Become, followed by In One Voice We Win. Then we had Year of Abundance. And now we have Limitless.
Yeah. No, won't child, won't target. Won't youth, won't target. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna be rich. You wanna be rich. Show me that scary.
Let me tell you a little story about time. Be your own boss, you will never be on scrap. Invest little money, live like a star. If you want joy, job or retire. First of all, it's very simple. Let me make the message clear to all of my people. Sending you the message from Maserati to Plebo. If you want get rich, you must sit on Jedi Pachipo. Call out your mind for anywhere, man, I'm stress free. Rare on your channel for you operate into east. But ain't she setting in the market and she using tag? Look at how market feeling rise, just from using tag. One tag, one child with any poverty. If you won't get rich, I recommend you cryptocurrency. One youth, one tag, bring prosperity. Get up from your sleep and make your dream a reality.
One child, one tag. One you, one tag. Yeah, yeah. One child, one tag. One youth, one tag. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna be rich. You wanna be rich.
This is TACC, where all things are possible to them that believe.
Digital currencies exist. Blockchain technology is real. The world that Satoshi Nakamoto, author of the Bitcoin white paper, envisioned, and others are building, is an unstoppable force. We should not attempt to deter this innovation.
This innovation, where TACC and other fintech companies are building, it's unstoppable. This is Congressman McHenry speaking after the greatest nation on earth were being defeated, couldn't stop this technology. And so he's warning the entire world.
And governments cannot stop this innovation. And those that have tried have already failed.
That is it. Those that have tried have already failed.
Of the global financial system. In general, fintech lowers the barriers to entry to the traditional financial system and offers all consumers, no matter where they are, the ability to access convenient financial services at low competitive costs. Cryptocurrency is no exception, as we have seen from the huge consumer demand for these innovative assets backed by technology that is permissionless, open, and private. Cryptocurrency allows people to transact with each other in real time across borders for very little cost in a way that is so transparent and verifiable that it maintains more trust, actually more trust, than traditional financial transactions with a third-party intermediary. Most importantly, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology unlock access to opportunity. The open source nature of these technologies offer millions of Americans the opportunity to study the underlying code, develop blockchain projects, and launch their own businesses, all without having to ask anyone for permission. That's an incredible opportunity. Over the last few years, I've been fortunate to meet with many great crypto and blockchain innovators. The common refrain during our discussions is that they so badly want to develop their new crypto and blockchain ideas right here in the United States, but they don't because of continuing uncertainty with federal regulation and, perhaps more importantly, the lack of enforcement of existing laws and regulation. They're afraid to launch new projects that, for example, might classify them to be a, quote, money transmitter, even though their work has nothing to do with money transmission. Still, the thought of having to comply with an overburdensome state-based money transmission licensing system in the United States is too much of a challenge for these entrepreneurs to be worth their time and their investment. So they head overseas, where the regulatory compliance is more streamlined. I've also been told by two co-founders of a company who are in the midst of developing a new blockchain network that they wanted to hire American developers. But because there isn't a streamlined process at the SEC to determine what is a security, they couldn't pay American developers with their token. So they actually went out and hired a team of developers in Europe instead, where they can confidently comply with existing regulation. As I mentioned, fintech and cryptocurrencies are the future of finance. But we're missing out as a country because American entrepreneurs are still unsure of how to navigate our existing regulatory system. This means high-tech jobs are going overseas and capital formation opportunities for everyday Americans are being missed. All part of the chilling effect that comes when we do not answer the questions that industry leaders and consumers are begging for.
That is U.S. Congress. And I wanted to share something about our president hopeful in the U.S. Let me see if I can do that quickly. On
day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman.
At the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, Tennessee on July 27th, Trump addressed a crowd of Bitcoiners who had waited for more than an hour to hear the former president speak. The Republican candidate laid out a plan for crypto policies should he win in November, which included removing U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler on day one, and appointing a Bitcoin Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. Here are the major statements made by Trump during his speech. Trump spoke about Bitcoin being the 9th most valuable asset in the world, and how it could overtake the market cap of gold.
In just 15 years, Bitcoin has gone from merely an idea posted anonymously on an internet message board to being the 9th most valuable asset anywhere in the world. Can you believe that? Is that right? That's a big deal. Think of that. It's already bigger than ExxonMobil. Soon it will be surpassing the entire market cap of silver. It's not bad. How about gold? How about gold? Let's go gold. And one day it probably will overtake gold, but based on the way it's going now, it could very well be a possibility. There's never been anything like it, and I don't think you've ever seen anything like it. And most people have no idea what the hell it is. You know that, right? So what happens when they figure it out? That's going to really be something.
Trump vows to never sell any Bitcoin held by the U.S. government.
Many Americans do not realize that the United States government is among the largest holders of Bitcoin. Does anyone know that? How about that? The federal government is almost 210,000 Bitcoin, or 1% of the total supply that will ever exist. But for too long, our government has violated the cardinal rule that every Bitcoiner knows by heart. Never sell your Bitcoin, right? Never sell your Bitcoin. And so, as the final part of my plan today, I am announcing that if I am elected, it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires.
It is very important and instructive what President Hopeful Donald Trump just said. Never sell your Bitcoin. Why we are trying to cash out for fiat while the U.S. government is prosecuting fintech companies and exchanges around the world. They have more than 1% of the total supply of Bitcoin. And this president is saying you should not sell your Bitcoin. It is very instructive.
Into the future, we'll keep 100%. I hope you do well, please. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile.
Trump plans to shut down Operation Choke Point 2.0 and presented his way forward for crypto regulations in the U.S.
Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council. As president, I will immediately shut down Operation Choke Point 2.0. They want to choke you. They want to choke you out of business. We're not going to let that happen. And no longer will your government sit by and watch as Bitcoin jobs and businesses flee to other countries because America's laws are too unclear and too tough and too angry and too stiff. We will keep each and every Bitcoin job in the United States of America. That's what we're going to be doing.
He also pledged to commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht.
Today, I repeat my pledge to commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht.
Okay, so that is the President Hopeful of the United States. I believe that is my sound still good? Am I being heard? Please let me bring up my panelists. And so we have Dr. Dahlia Samuel, a national of the Caribbean, St. Lucia to be exact. And by the way, Doc, I have visited your country several times. I've worked in St. Lucia. And a matter of fact, I even honeymooned there.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I have driven around. I've been to the Great Piton.
Nice, nice.
So you're welcome. That greet the house. Just give us, 1 minute. Just greet the
Hel-
house. Go on.
hello, everybody. Chief, before I continue, I did see a message in the chat that there is no sound. So I am not sure if there is sound right now.
I want to believe that you're hearing me. I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Um, Ambassador, is there any sound? Are you hearing us? Yes, he said that we are being heard. Yes, yes. So go on, Doc. Just greet the
Okay.
house.
Greeting to my TACC family. It is wonderful to be here. This is an exciting day. I can I and let's just say I'm holding my breath in anticipation. And it's just beautiful to be here. And Chief, I'm so glad that you visited St. Lucia, and
Yes,
I
I
hope
have.
you agree that it is indeed the Helen of the West, the most beautiful island in the Caribbean.
Please don't let us start a fight. Please let us not start a fight. Don't let us be like Ghana and Nigeria when it comes to jollof rice, because they have a fight. They have a fight going on. Who can do the best jollof rice, Ghana or Nigeria? So let's put it. St. Lucia is very beautiful, but compared to the beaches in Antigua and St. Lucia, Doc, we have to have a debate on that one. Go on.
Yes, okay, I agree. Antigua has beautiful beaches. I agree with that. And yes,
Thank you.
I am as excited about TACC. I'm even more excited about TACC than I was right at the beginning when I joined. And I cannot wait to see how it unfolds and how we can make this dream alive together.
Thank you very much, Doc. You're welcome. And so we will bring on stage Madam Cheryl. Madam Cheryl, you're welcome. Our newly appointed Executive Director for North America and Latin America. Como esta usted, Senora? Senora, you must speak Spanish. Oh? It's not America and Latin America. You must speak Spanish. Madam Cheryl, please greet the house from North America.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Mr. Lens, for inviting me here to the panel. I'm very pleased to be here. Earlier, I was having technical difficulties, so I didn't hear anything that was going on prior to now. So I had to exit a few times. But I am I'm very excited to be here. I'm looking forward. And
okay, I think you're still having some issues with your sound. You're now a bit. Yeah, we have it. I think. Yeah, she's having a little issues there with her sound. So let us bring I think are you hearing her?
No, she has gone actually.
No, I remove it from the stage, but I'm still hearing that sound in the background. I am trying to even mute her, but it's not even stopping. Anyhow, Mr. Francis Taylor from the Bahamas, one of the pioneering member in TACC community. Welcome from the Bahamas. And again, you can also add to the fray when it comes to beauty, because Bahamas, as we know, have many beautiful islands and beaches. So we will not fight among ourselves again, like Ghana and Nigeria over jollof rice.
Well, Chief, it's a good thing you said that, because I was just getting ready to really get into Dr. Samuel now about those beautiful beaches. All right.
No, we'll not fight. We'll not fight.
So I'll leave that for another time.
Yes.
But Chief, you and I we started this along from the very beginning. And
Yes.
I know that you said countlessly that don't sell your TAC, don't sell it, keep it. At the time, we know that they were working against us. We know that they were trying to get us not to get involved in cryptocurrency while they were trying to buy up all of the Bitcoin.
That's correct.
And so now we have a presidential candidate who's coming out and saying, listen, if I'm elected, I'm going to make Bitcoin one of the number one entities out there for the general public to utilize. So
Yes.
we've come a long way. And I think
Yes.
I want to commend you for staying the course and for the
Thank you.
foresight in seeing that we would get to this day when
Yes.
we now have the most powerful person potentially on the planet in support of cryptocurrency.
That's correct.
So that is just amazing. It's amazing. And we've gone through a whole lot of changes, whole lot of replacements here and there, but the one thing stands: believe in TAC. No matter what, you might have difficulty here and there, but do not get rid of your TAC. Keep your TAC. So, I would just like to encourage everybody out there. It might not be as fast as you think. We might have to make some changes here and there, but keep your TAC. Cryptocurrency is the wave of the future. So
Thank you very much, our executive director. Is it Prosperous Prince? I think you're having some issues there with your mic. Could you please, Prosperous Prince?
Yes, can
Prosperous
you hear
Prince.
me?
Yeah, is it
Yes.
you that is having? I think you're having issues with your mic. We're hearing a grumbling sound. We thought it was Madam Cherry, but I believe it's you. Yeah, so
Okay,
please
I'll turn
adjust.
the mic off. Hold on.
Please adjust your mic. We're having a terrible feedback from your side. Please greet the house. Yes, please. Yeah, we cannot see you. We cannot see you. Please greet the house.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but we're not seeing you too well. You're hiding behind of a screen. Okay, I think we might need to so that he can adjust himself.
Yeah, hold on.
Yes, this is technology
Oh,
here
we
now.
can't even see him.
No, we're not. I'm going to try to remove him. I think, is this him there? Where is he? Okay.
How is
Let's
he?
okay. So, all right. So Ambassador, Chief of
Yes.
Staff, please. Prince, please take your mic off. I think you're the one that are making that noise. Mute yourself. We are now seeing you, but mute yourself. Mute your mic.
I
Or
think
if
maybe
not,
you
I'm
can
having.
mute him. Yes, you can mute him. You can't mute himself.
No, it's still, the sound is still coming through.
Let me see
I'm
if
gonna
it's
have to.
me.
Is it you? Yeah. Okay. No, it's not you. Could you mute yourself, Mr. Francis? Let's see.
is it still there?
Oh, okay, that's it. So, Mr. Francis, it was you then. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Prosperous Prince, please. Yes, go on. Greet the house.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, greet the house. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
greet the house.
Good evening, good evening,
Greet the
good
house.
evening, good evening to every Tiashan who's alive right now. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to connect based on technology where I am, and and to communicate just like I was in England. So yeah, I'm in the sunny islands of Spain. So it's important that I keep in touch to know what's going on. And I didn't really realize that the day would have come that you've got the American government that they could have talk such public thing out in the forum about crypto. Leader from Congress have told us many years ago about cryptocurrency powered by the blockchain system, that what it will become is not what it is where people are looking at it, is what it will become. So therefore
Mhm,
we started the journey so much years now, and I
mhm.
never knew that a prime minister to be would come and give us this information, what is his intention to do. So then what do we do? Because even I've been here and I've spoken to a lot of UK people that leave the UK and settle in Spain now. And these are people, by talking to them, as a dog whisper, I could tell they was able to move their money from the UK and live like a king here. How they do it is through crypto. How they do it
Interesting.
is through crypto, and they was able to build houses and do whatever. Yeah. So if that's the case, a lot of people or in the same environment, yeah, have their cash in the UK and they cannot move it, they can't do what they want to do. But praise God for crypto, because crypto, um, the system developed that anybody can take a hold of crypto and they can use it for goods and service, and they can
Yes.
save their crypto. And all those people who talk about they're not gonna get involved into crypto because it's volatile, it's this, is that. It's how you make it, how you look at it, and how you use it. So it's a milestone for us to reach not the end of the finish line, but to reach a level of education and educate our members and those who are talk very negative of crypto to remember crypto is the gateway for our success.
Yes. Thank you
If
very much.
20,
Thank you
30,
very much.
40 years ago we have it, so that's what we need to do.
Thank you very
Stay
much.
close
Thank you
to
very much.
crypto. Yes.
Thank you very much, our European director. We appreciate you. Please mute yourself. We appreciate
Yes.
you,
Yes.
and we know that you are one of those that missed Bitcoin when you were told to invest, and you did not look at it as any instrument of value. And today you are prosperous. Please mute yourself. Your feedback is really bad. Mute yourself. Um,
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to mute myself. Right.
yeah, please. Uh, Ambassador,
Yes, Chief. Yes. Good
yes,
evening.
please.
Welcome all.
Yes, please greet the house.
Yes, it's a good time to be alive, and it's also a worst time to be alive, depending on what you are doing with your life. Because at this point in history, where everybody seems to be waking up to the reality of what the future entails, it will be disastrous for anyone not to belong to a community, not just a community that is actually standing in the gap to build something for their people. Chief, I've always narrated how I've come in contact with you, and it was on a platform, and I will not forget where we met. And back in the days, we used to have several meetings. Leaders would come and address us how to do this in this crypto community, how to do this in this crypto community, all this and that. But when you came on board and I listened to your audio and you said you narrated your ordeal in Cameroon, the garbage, the poverty, the educated people per capita of Cameroon, and despite having that level of educated people in Cameroon, these people are still backward. I could get it in your voice, know that you were actually worried and you were angry at the same time with the situation. And you said, no, this situation will not continue. I want to create a platform where I will train young people that will take over the leadership of the continent. Immediately I heard that, I said, this is Martin Luther King, this is Marcus Garvey, this is Sankara, this is Patrice Lumumba speaking through this man. And I was so happy because
I was like, if the people that I've admired in the past, they are all late. I can't see them to, in order for them to. I can only listen to their teachings on YouTube, but I won't have the opportunity to have feedback with them because in this journey of liberation, you need people who can actually teach you. But I was just saying, these people are not here for me to ask them questions. But when I met you, I said, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for us to really build something for ourselves. And that is how the journey started. You know, you taught us, you took out time. Took out time. You did what you usually used to call house cleaning and
Yes.
personal development.
Uh-huh.
And you taught us that we cannot, and this is how, I was making little money in TBC back then, but with those teachings, I started making a lot of money in TBC. Like the money I started making became entirely different. You were
God
saying
bless you.
that, look, we cannot build something, you cannot have, if you're looking for money, you cannot push several things at the same time. Choose just one thing and become meaningful in that particular thing. And you gave us an example. You said when people think of Michael Jackson, what comes to their mind? When you think of Bill
Yes.
Gates, what comes to your mind? Mark
Yes.
Zuckerberg, all
Yes.
this teaching. And then you ask,
Yes.
when people think about you, what
Yes.
comes to their mind?
Mm-hmm.
And you said we must become people of value.
Yes.
And you
Meaningful
started teaching us,
specifics.
and yes, and I did away with all other programs I was promoting, and I focused on TBC, and I really, because teachers, good teachers teach you, and then when you implement that teaching, you see success. Then you know that no, this person truly knows. You see, because back in university, I was taught by entrepreneurs that don't have any business. They don't. These people don't run business, but they're teaching you entrepreneurship. How are
Yes.
they going to teach you something
God
like that?
bless you.
Something and then you be successful at it. I said no, this is actually a real teacher. So ever since you open our mind, you open our eyes, we started having some turbulences in TBC, and and then the TBC admin have realized that this man is just using us like the old system. And you said, okay, let us now build our own system where we know that we are the ones that actually own it. We were the ones that came together. I know we came together. This is the miraculous things about that. We came together. We have never met each other physically. We've never seen each other face to face. We raised fund online. We certify our soft cap and raise soft cap of $2.5 million. This is my first time in Ghana. This is the first time I'm seeing Mr. Francis and all these people started tag together since 2019. So this is my miraculous thing about tag. It was built on absolute trust and the need to truly transform the situation of a people. But it has not been easy, Chief, and the experience is the experience is what actually is the main thing because I was teaching the youth that I said we don't know what we have in TAC. TAC, when Chief said TAC is a university, TAC is a university. Literally speaking, it's a university because I told them that the US President Barack Obama, for example, he makes more money after becoming US President than when he was president. It's the same with other US presidents. They make way more money after they are president than when they were president because now they have experience and they can, because they have governed the most powerful nation on earth. They've had 8 years experience. So now they are selling that experience to people. So, and I was telling you that this is the same thing Chief Abundance is trying to do for us in TAC. By the time we certify TAC and make TAC a success, when people come to you, automatically you are a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically you are a teacher and you had first-hand experience on how these things were built. I told them the reason why we are not managing companies worth billions of dollars because we never had people, our parents were not people that had that kind of education. But if we can break that cycle intact and learn from what your abundance is giving us today, in the future we can effortlessly pass this knowledge down to our children. So this is where we are today. We have been our mind has been stretched, and despite the challenges, we said no, we'll continue doing this because this is the reason why we were born. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our chief of staff. And I remember those days when I uh, asked you to take the role of Global Youth Ambassador. It was not an easy thing for you. I know you,
Mhm.
it was like a shock. but you have grown, and that's what TAC is here to do. A mind that is stretched with a new idea can never return to its original dimension. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. And that have what has done it for you, Chief.
Yes.
Madam Cheryl, yes, I think you greeted the house to an extent, but I think you went off. So we want to allow you to come back in to complete your introduction, Madam Cheryl.
Thank you, Chief. Like I said, it's a pleasure to be here. And I was introduced to you by Denver Goodman, a very good friend and close family friend of ours.
Yes,
And
yes.
when he told me about you, I was like, hmm. Then he tried to explain TAC the best that he could. And he said, you have to listen to it from him. So I said, okay, let's connect. So when I spoke to you and you shared the vision and mission with me, I was completely blown away because I can see things past my eyelashes, eh?
Yes,
And I'm
yes.
sure you know that.
Excellent. Yes, yes.
So when I
Not too many
saw,
can do that.
not
Mhm.
many people can do that, and it's a shame. And you know, the thing about it is, we need to see TAC is a wonderful, wonderful organization. It's a wonderful community. But you see, the thing is, I always look at things from a different angle. And the
Mhm.
angle I'm looking at it, in fact, I would like to share that with you so you too can look at TAC from a different lens. Yeah? So, TAC is a coin. Everyone is seeing TAC as a coin. But what is behind that? Look at this. We have to look at things in the simplest way possible because the simplest things in life are the most important things in life. Yeah? And I repeat, the simplest things in life are the most important things in life. Look at what TAC has taught us so far. TAC has taught us to build relationships, learn cultures, different cultures, display our talents, learn to be patient. That's me, eh? Learn to follow instructions, learn to trust persons we never met. Mr. Abundance, have I ever met you?
No, you have not.
I have not. Don't I trust you? Don't you
Yes,
trust
you
me?
do. Yes,
We
I do.
do. There are so many persons we have met in TAC that we would never have met if TAC
Yes,
was not existing. Yeah?
yes.
And these are the things that are important because look at this. We are now planning to build a diaspora city. Who's going to be our neighbor? Our community. Isn't it important for us to learn A, B, C, D, and E? These are the relationship building, learning cultures. It's these people we are going to have in our surroundings, in our midst. So now we should take advantage of the fact that we can do all these things now while we are building tech. Yeah? So I would like to encourage everyone to continue and see the bigger picture. Let's continue to build relationships. Let's continue to learn each other, trust each other, feel each other, share ideas with each other, and not focus too much on the coin. The coin will come. It must come. There's no other way. As a matter of fact, I even believe you will get a call from Satoshi Nakamoto one day because he will want to know how we took his thing that he created, he developed, and we took it to the next level. I'm sure
Yeah.
That's
he's not
correct.
seeing that way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
You
yes.
see? So I'm sure he's going to be curious whether he calls
Yes,
you himself or he or she,
yes.
whoever it is. It might be a shim, I don't know. But
You know, and while you're saying that, it is very important. You know, when you're building something, could you mute yourself, Ambassador? Let me see, or Madam Chair. There's a feedback coming. You know, when you're, yes, it's from you, Ambassador. When you're building something, when you're putting a structure together, because we always make mention that TACC is a global house that this world has never seen. Many came and looked at the foundation and they said that what they saw was impossible. From the foundation, they said, you will never certify this coin abundance. What you are pursuing will not come to pass. And we were able to accomplish everything that they said that we could not. And we did it in unity of purpose. We did it under challenging circumstances. When COVID was destroying many businesses, we were building TACC. While others, businesses that exist for years, hundreds of years, were crumbling under COVID, we were building TACC. And so we are here to change lives, and we must appreciate this house, this global house that we're putting together. It's not going to be easy. It's not easy, maneuvering and supervising and managing and directing persons from different walks of life, different cultures, different levels of understanding, expectation, education. It's not easy to bring all that complexities. I mean, you have a prime minister and a president, and they came into office with their hair black. In 4 or 5 years, their head turned white, and that's just a country. We are dealing with a global institution here from 57 countries and counting. And so you will have challenges. As I said, the greater the challenge, the greater the success. Do not run from challenge. Do not see detours and challenge as your enemy. Use them as your friend. Tomorrow, this platform that we're building, people will come to you and you'll be able to speak in authority, advising. What we're building, as I said, some of you may not even realize for the next 10 years. You will still trying to figure out what we're building. And so I want to thank each and every one of you as we move forward into the next phase and the next mindset of TACC. We cannot operate at average and expect excellence. We cannot operate at average and expect excellence. No one goes into a restaurant and asks for an average glass of water, an average plate of food. You don't go into a store and ask for an average dress. Even though you don't have money, you still want the best. TACC is our baby. We saw how it gave birth. It was nurtured by the mothers in the house, overseen by the fathers in the house. We know the backbone. We know what drives TACC. We understand where we're going. The mission and the vision of TACC takes our struggles over the years into consideration. The future and insight and foresight of TACC's mission and vision takes into account what we want to become, not who we are, but who and what we can become. It is an opportunity for us to create as much money as we can think. It's the only opportunity in the world that we will ever have to create money. And we don't need to run after anyone. If we in the community can only be meaningful, expand the base, be a people of value, a community of value, the world can never ignore a personal value, much less a community of value. You cannot ignore Facebook. You cannot ignore WhatsApp. You cannot ignore Google. You cannot ignore Yahoo. You cannot ignore Twitter or X. They are a community of value. And so we must understand and open our minds and change the way we think that we are lesser than and we cannot produce anything better, anything greater than what we are seeing. We cannot settle for that one. We have an opportunity to stand in the gap and be counted. Allow historians to wonder in shock and awe. Allow PhD students, as they search on how we were able to accomplish defending their thesis, allow our children to bless us, having seen, having experienced, having handed down artificial scarcity. We said to ourselves, we can change the narrative, and we must get rid of greed. We must get rid of selfishness. We must get rid of ignorance. Ignorance, especially, is the most dangerous one of all. Ignorance. Listen to me, you can destroy an entire country out of pure ignorance. And we have to unite. We have to unite. And so that's how we came into being. That's how we started. We started with a very big vision of change and what we want to become. We should never lose sight of that which we have created and will create. And so we have come to the time when I will give 5 minutes, a minute each, and you can unmute yourself as we talk about the dates that we put there, and then I will pause, come in with a song, and then we'll make the announcement, to the date. Those dates, each date has some significance. We started out November 4th, 2019. That was the inception. That's when TACC conceived the idea, an idea that we all embrace and brought it into being, because TACC could have had a stillbirth. We could have had a stillbirth when we were about to deliver, but we did not. And so for many people, and I'm making my own preamble, and so many people are very sentimental over the 4th. We look at, November 30th, the 11th month, the end of the month, the second to last month of the year, going into the last month of the year, a time of ending, a time of looking back. And so we go into December, another sober month, a month of reflection, a month of trying to evaluate how and where am I, my promises, my goals, my achievement, where am I going, and where am I in terms of my growth, whether spiritual, whether social, whether economical, what have I accomplished? And so we look at the December 11th, before the Christmas holidays. A lot of people are traveling, a lot of people are looking for gifts, a lot of there's a different spirit in the air, one of adventure, one of stepping into the unknown. As we get closer to Christmas, we become more sentimental. We tend to spend more. We tend to get into the festive season. And at the end of the year now, we are now looking back fully, having gone through the year, and begin to think of what do I need to step into that I have not done. Resolution begin to take control. Looking back, whether in sorrow or in joy. Looking forward into the unknown in great anticipation. And so all these are factors that, surround these dates, and how does it correlate to where we are, because we must take into consideration where we are in this community and exactly where we want to go. Are we happy with where we are we satisfied with what we're doing, how fast we're going? And so all these are factors that must come into play as we move forward into the launch. We must take on a different spirit. We must take on a different momentum. Because as I've always said, momentum solves 90% of any company's problem. When you have momentum, you get things done. And so unmute yourself, Madam Cheryl, please. You can give your 2 minutes as how you see the dates, and let us not become too sentimental.
I like that. Well, Chief, with me, the dates are neither here nor there. It doesn't matter to
uh,
me. But the thing
okay.
about it is, a
Hmm.
date that resonates with me that I value is
Yes.
November 4th, because that is
Hmm.
when Diwali started, and it's the
Okay.
Festival of Lights. It's an annual
Okay.
festival that they have to celebrate good over evil. So that's my culture. That's what resonates with me. But
Okay.
again, I said it's neither here nor there.
Mr. Francis, do you have any take?
Well, I
Unmute
would say,
yourself.
yes, I
Mhm.
would
Go
say,
ahead.
um, I'm always for giving more time to
Hmm.
get more things done.
Hmm.
And so, um, anywhere in, I would say the 30th, was that the 30th of October, was it?
No, November
November, 30th of November. I
or
would say
30th
the
of
third,
December. Hmm.
yeah, I
We
would say
have
the
two.
30th of November, just
Yeah.
before
Okay.
you get into the Christmas
Christmas,
season. And
December.
by
Mhm.
then we would know exactly who won the election. Right? And so
Okay.
for
Okay.
me, that's a very important point. Um, and so once we know that, then we can really move ahead with some sort of purpose
Hmm.
and planning, right? If we know
Hmm.
exactly who's, because if the right person wins, then we know we have the win behind our sails, right?
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
so yeah,
And I've always said that Bitcoin cannot trade among itself.
right.
You cannot trade your mangoes for your mangoes. When you go to town, those of us who are in the Caribbean, 'cause I used to sell mango. When I go to town with a bucket of mango on my head, sometimes I walk to certain village or my basket, or when we take it in the bus. When you go to town, you put your mangoes there. You don't trade your mangoes with your mangoes. You trade your mangoes for something else. And so Bitcoin will always need a coin to trade. And what we're saying, institutional investors are still yet to enter this space in a real way. They're still yet to enter. And so we must position TACC to be able to capture. So when an institution come in and said, I need 2 billion, I need 2 billion worth of TACC, can anybody show their face in the community? I've had offers already, 6.5 million, 2.5 million. They want to buy. I have to tell them, no. If I sell you that amount of TACC, I sold TACC to you, and I cannot sell TACC to you. And a lot of these meetings, I brought in leaders with me. Some of them literally trembling in the meeting. I said, but that's what it is. When you come to the table to bargain, you must not feel you're inferior because they're talking about millions. You don't give in because you hear about millions. And that has been our problem.
Yeah.
And so,
Chief,
Prosperous Prince.
Chief, before you move on, I would just like to reiterate the importance of having a potential presidential candidate support cryptocurrency. Yes. This is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for something like this to give the momentum. People need to pay close attention to this, because this would really push us forward. And the whole process of cryptocurrency involved, we now would have the backing and support of the most powerful person on the planet. So this is what I'm saying. This is so important that we need to keep this in mind, that this would actually push us really forward. Right.
Thank you very much, our director for the Bahamas. Prosperous Prince, what is your take? We're talking about the date as we are now about to announce, the date for the launch of TACC coming up. And I know the numbers are increasing as we are talking. There are more TACC online, there are more TACC on StreamYard now than ever before. And sometimes the numbers you're seeing is double the number that you're not seeing, because some people hide themselves. It's only after the broadcast you see the number doubled. So this is a high moment in TACC where everybody is on alert. Prosperous Prince, our European director, what is your take and what is happening?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chief Abundant. I have listened to Madam Cheryl, and I have listened to Mr. Francis, and before this even mentioned, I still have the feelings and the fever of November 4th, 2019 when we started,
Yes.
And
yes.
It would be a really incentive that we do it on November 4th this year coming up. Yeah. And as you see, but we have to take in consideration as what the newly Prime Minister to be wanted and his mission. Give and take, it will be a great benefit for us for us to still launch at December, the end of the year, and then we'll have the new year to look into. So based on what we see now, I would say end of the year.
Okay. Thank you very much. Madam Dr. Delia Samuel, let's have your take.
Okay, Chief. So here's my take. Honestly, the date does not matter to me. I am kind of partial about December. And more like December 11th, because usually around Christmas time, that's where people spend with families and they travel and so on. But how I see, we're so excited about the launch of the exchange. We all are. But It's important that we do not see the launch as an end. It's at the beginning of another journey. So we have to be ready. Are we ready for our minds to continue stretching? Are we ready to open our minds for this important transformation? If we have to make a difference, because we're going to get rich, but we also have to serve. We are making a positive change in our communities and globally as well. We are small number, but we can create a tsunami. So my point is, no matter when the exchange is, we have to be ready to continue embracing that mission and that vision and continue thinking abundantly and putting our eyes on the goal and on the prize so that what we think, what we see in our minds, we can eventually hold in our hands.
Thank you very much, Doc. Chief of Staff, please give your 2 minutes.
Yes, Chief, there was a training that I asked Dr. Delia to do a calculation as to when Bitcoin was giving birth, when the white paper came out. She did a calculation and the number came out as 9. And I asked her to do the same with TACC, and she did it, and the number again came out as 9. So number 9 in numerology is signifies new beginnings, and it also signifies universe, like universal. Okay, number 9. If you are doing a company and your number is on 9, it means that company has the potential to go global because it's a global phenomenon. So we gave birth on the 9th, on the 4th of November 2019. And I just feel like launching our exchange on the 4th of November will signify a new beginning, in our journey. After all the turbulences we have over the years, and now we are finally on our new exchange. And again, when you keep on working and hitting something on a particular sequence or frequency, it begins to have more power and momentum. So number nine, and number 9, it means balance. You see, it means balance, and we to launch TACC on the 4th, it will be a new beginning of something great to come. Again, as Dr. Delia said, this should not be, it must not be an end to what we are trying to do. We must have long-term vision. After launch, then what? We are still required to hold the mission and the vision, because ultimately that is all that matters.
All right. I want to thank everyone, and I will try and bring in some comments before I pause for 2 to come back with the launch date. And so I just want to acknowledge Jennifer. I'm not too sure which country. Thank you very much. Peace as well. Thank you very much for your Professor X. Greeting, Mr. Abundance, sir, the Chief of Staff. You're welcome. Thank you very much. We also want to acknowledge Atikwa Chikidi. I didn't give you a name. Greetings, Chief Abundance, entire global community. Thank you very much. Emmanuel, I send my greetings to our humble, highly esteemed Chief Abundance. It's a privilege and pleasure. Thank you very much. Also, Isaac, he said that we should not, I hope you no longer shift the date as usual, as we're tired. You have some of these people. One moment, my system is shutting down. I will have to go for my connection. So just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Madam
Cherry. Yes. I see you now there to call you,
That is so funny.
Yes, and Chief also asked me about the launch date, and the answer I gave him was on the 4th of November, because I realized that number 9 signifies a new beginning, and it happens to be our number for TACC, the same as Bitcoin, So I never knew that you people to your culture, you have Diwali within that period. Yes. So, and what actually signified the fight between light and darkness. I know we are fighting darkness here, real darkness. So it's a very good timing, and it's good that our mind was on the same frequency. Even though we didn't even communicate, we had the same date in mind. So it's
Yes,
good.
yes, it
Okay.
is. Yes.
So thank you very much. I didn't realize that my battery was that low. I actually shut down the program. But thank you very much. Okay, so I was just going to greetings to you, our chief abundance and tax. Now I was saying that there are some people that are talking about shifting dates and they don't have no coins in their wallet. They have no coins in their wallet. A lot of people that you see that is asking for certain things, their account did not even come over into tax exchange because they really exhaust all their coins on Byrek. And that is why I said that no one will embarrass TAC. All right, Jackson, good evening, everyone. You're welcome. Mr. Derek Benter, I think he's out of Antigua. Top of the day, Mr. Abundance, you're welcome. And we have to do this because you're part of the community. You're part of what we're doing. Tiny, out of South Africa, you're welcome. Good evening, House Tiashan. Good evening, Mr. Abundance. Yes, Chelsea, good evening. Samantha George, good evening from the UK. You're welcome. Good evening, Chief of Staff. Yes, Tabitha, I think is out of South Africa. Have the Henry D. Bray from Nigeria. Good evening. You're welcome, sir. Ainsley Brown out of Poughkeepsie, New York. You're welcome there, our director for Jamaica. Greetings, Chief. You're welcome. Atafo, good evening. To your panelists, good evening. You're welcome. We will not be able to take everybody. Mr. Denver, our director, there in St. Croix, you're welcome. Tosoma, greetings, yes. Sam Das, greetings. Juliet out of the UK, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Solomon, you're welcome. All right, and so we have acknowledged each of you here. And Mr. Isaac Awati, Selvin, Isaac, you're welcome. All of you here, Rapper from Papua New Guinea, Johnny the Bank, you're welcome. And of course, yeah, you also need to be given a day for that training. Our Madam Cynthia out of the Bahamas, Freddie Ado out of Togo, you're welcome. You're welcome. Sunday, God's Power. You're welcome. Madam McDonald, you're here. You're welcome. Our director for the Caribbean. All of us, all of you who are here, you're there. You're there in your numbers. All right. And so TAC continues to go uphill, ladies and gentlemen. It is always a pleasure.
Won't I? Won't you? Won't I? Yeah, yeah. No, won't I? Won't I? Yeah. Won't you? Won't I? Yeah. Na 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 na. Yeah. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna be rich. You wanna be rich. Show me that scary.
TACC Launch 2024. We are on high gear, high spirit, high expectation as we end 2024.
Let me tell you a little story about time. Be your own boss, you will never be on scrap. Invest, little might live like a star. If you want joy, job or retire. First of all, it's here very simple. Let me make the message clear to all of my people. Sending you the message from Maserati to Plebo.
It is another opportunity for us to make a fresh start. It is another opportunity for us to remind ourselves the reason that we start this global initiative. we must remind ourselves who we are as a people and exactly what we want to achieve.
You won't get rich, you must sit and get a party book. Call out your mind for anywhere, man, I'm stress free. Rare on your channel for you operate into east. But ain't she setting in the market and she using TACC? Look at how market feeling rise, just from using TACC. One TACC, one child with any poverty. If you won't get rich, I recommend you cryptocurrency. One youth, one TACC, bring prosperity. Get up from your sleep and make your dream a reality.
One child, one TACC.
And so as we look at TACC from the inception, when we look at TACC when we were launched, when we look at how we were able to navigate boisterous waters, how we were able to out so many fires, indeed as leaders, a community, yea, with challenges, yea, with setback, has really sharpened our skills as leaders to take on greater challenges.
Oh, you won't TACC, yeah. Yeah, yeah. No.
And so I thank each and every one of us in this community who has brought TACC this far, a global community that cannot be ignored, with a price of $4 per coin with a value of $16, and we have not launched. Indeed, it's a going uphill moment.
One child, one TACC, yeah. One youth, one TACC, yeah. Na, 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 na.
And for those that have started with us, pioneering, the leaders that have contributed, and also we pause to recognize our director of training that have held down this position longer than any director. We salute you. We say to you that TACC is performing and at a better place because of your service. We salute you.
Be rich. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna be rich. You wanna be rich. Young leaders get.
And so as we move to another level of TACC operation, it gives me great pleasure as your humble servant to now announce the launch date for TACC Exchange 2024.
Na, 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 na.
Having considered all things, having weighed the level of momentum in this community, having assessed the mindset, the skill set, having deep reflection on our ability as a people, knowing the potential, knowing where we are presently, knowing where we want to go, knowing the impacts that this community can have on a global scale, knowing that which we want to achieve to make a footprint and to make a difference, knowing that it will cause for disruption of our life, I hereby announce December 11th will be the launch date of TACC Exchange 2024.
One child, one TACC.
TACC is one TACC.
One child, one TACC. One youth, one
so at this time, I would like to say thanks again to the panel that is here as I give you 30 seconds to wind your thought as we close. As I've announced, December 11th, TACC Exchange will officially launch. Prosperous Prince.
Thank you very much, Chief Abundant, for whatever decision you made. I am happy for a journey that we have started so long. We have seen light at the tunnel. I am very happy. I have to get my suit ready.
Thank you very much, Mr. Francis. Please, your summary.
Chief, as I stated earlier, I'm all in favor of giving us more time. So I was for the 30th of November. 11th is perfect. 11th is perfect. Gives us more time to get even more people into the company and into the process. And so I'm excited. I'm happy, and let's move forward. Let's move forward.
Thank you very much.
You wanna be rich, you wanna be rich. Show me that carrot. Na 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 na.
Let me tell you a little story about time. Be your own boss, you will never be on scratch.
And we call on Madam Cheryl. What is your take?
Well, Chief, I would like to be the first to congratulate you and all of us here because we have all worked very hard for the past 4 years. But it is definitely the end of one journey and the beginning of another journey. So let us see the beginning of the next journey. Now is the time for us to take the bull by the horn and expand the base to increase the value of TACC. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Cheryl.
Sure. Invest, little mind, live like a star. If you want enjoy, job or retire. First of all, it's here very simple. Let me make the message clear to all of my people. Sending you the message from Maserati to Plebo. If you want that rich, you must sit on Jet Apache.
Dr. Delia, what is your take, your summary?
Oh, Chief, I'm so happy. And I think I deserve a prize, because I think that all of us, I'm the only one who said December 11th. So, yes, I'm excited. But, and I wish, honestly, I could just go to Africa just for the launch. I mean, I'm just so excited about it. But we have a lot of work to do between now and the launch. Because we have to prepare our minds, ourselves for the exchange. And so I am excited to begin working. All of us, let's do it together.
Thank you.
But you're my friend anywhere, man, I stress free. Rare on your channel for you, operator into east. But she setting in the market and she using TACC. Look at how market feeling rise, Jeff on using TACC. One TACC, one child with any poverty. If you won't get rich, I recommend you cryptocurrency. One you, one TACC, bring prosperity. Get up from your sleep and make your dream a reality.
One child, one TACC. One you, one TACC. Yeah. One child, one TACC. One youth, one TACC.
Our Chief of Staff, our Global Youth Ambassador, your final comments.
Yes, Chief. Thanks for announcing the date. And I now believe that the community will be relieved because they've always said that they don't care if it won't take you saying you will launch the exchange in the next 2 to 3 years. Just give them a date. So it has been given. So I want to urge the Asians to please fasten their seatbelt. December is where the bull market will start, and that is where a lot of information will be going out for people to join crypto. So position yourself so that as people come who want to do crypto, the first people they will think about to contact will be you. So position yourself for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our Global Youth Ambassador, our Chief of Staff. And it's a clarion call. It cannot be business as usual moving forward. I also want to acknowledge the countries from effective 1st of August this year who are expanding the base and monies raised towards the launch. Officially, in first place, we have Ghana, the Republic of Ghana, followed by Antigua and Barbuda, then the USA. You know, I don't have the chart in front of me now. I'm just using my head now. Followed by the USA. And I think after the USA is Nigeria, then the UK, and then South Africa. And so South Africa and then Papua New Guinea. And so that's where we are in terms of the ranking. And of course, with TACC, new TACC, Ghana also takes the first place, followed by the UK, followed by South Africa. So we have to use this opportunity again to create that which we have never had. It means that we need to do things that we have never done.
Na, 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 na. Yeah. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna be rich. You wanna be rich. Something that can rich. Na, 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 na. Won't I, won't I,
Daddy,
won't you, won't
one
I?
daddy,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. As you change the way you look at things, the things you look at begin to change.
Won't I, yeah. Won't you, won't I, yeah. Na, 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 na.
Do not look at TACC the way she is now, but see TACC as the way she can become. Then she will become what she should. This is Chief Abundance saying it was a pleasure having all of you on board. Those of us who came in as pioneer members, those of us who came in as early adopters, those of us who came in when the train would have left the station, and those of you who are coming in today, you are all welcome and equal on this journey. All of us must pool our resources together to make the change that we seek. It was Gandhi that says, the changes that we desire in others must begin with us. And so, with this quote, I humbly submit again December 11th, a date of new beginning, a date of energy, a date that challenge us to kill our fears, a day that looks beyond the now, a date that challenge us as a people to go beyond our comfort zone and to explore and to create that which does not exist. This is what December 11th is pregnant with. It is pregnant with wisdom. It is pregnant with vision. It is pregnant with Go into the unknown to create the known. And so, on this note, I humbly submit, as your humble servant, it's a pleasure being your captain.
I wanna be